with Coach Boynton, and we are headed to the postseason, to the Big 12 Conference Tournament, where Oklahoma State will play Oklahoma in the first round. And, great win over Texas Tech. You've got some momentum going into the conference tournament, and, boy, there's a lot on the line.
Yeah, this is what we always talk about, playing meaningful basketball, latter part of February, early part of March, and really giving yourself a chance to be relevant in the conversation about whatever the postseason may hold for you. So really proud of our kids. We had gone through a 5-game losing streak heading into Lubbock, and to find a way to end the conference regular season on a positive note and to be able to carry that into Kansas City, feeling good about how we played because it took some grit. We got a big lead. They came back like all teams do in this conference, and we had an answer every single time. They would take the lead or get it close. And it was different guys. Tyreek Smith with a big offensive rebound, Caleb Asbury with big shots, John Michael Wright. Even though he didn't score the ball, made some really, really good decisions in terms of getting guys shots. And then Musa Cisse's defensive presence was back at an elite level.
So now that you've won that game, a really good road win, any change in just sort of the mood of the team or the guys coming out of that win, or no?
Well, yeah, in the sense of, yes, we can do it again. It was back in the locker room. And, it's not like we had played poorly, particularly in the last 2 games prior to the Tech game. The game here against K-State, we played well. We didn't finish well enough. And then Baylor, you go 9 for 21 on layups. And so you really kind of shoot yourself in the foot against 2 top 10 teams on your home court. And so you start to kind of wonder, can we really get it done? And so to go on the road and do it on a senior night with your backs against the walls, in a game where everybody says if you lose it, you can just close up shop for the season. To see the kids respond the way they did and show the life and fight that they did makes me really proud to carry them up to Kansas City and see what else we can do.
You made a significant lineup change. You chose to start Musa Cisse and Tyreek Smith with Caleb Boone and Woody Newton coming off the bench. Did you get out of that what you were looking for?
Got exactly what we wanted. A big part of our struggles in the last 2 weeks have been having to fight from behind, getting down early, not playing with the level of not necessarily focus, but execution on the outset of games. And, boy, those kids really delivered. Tyreek set a big tone with a great offensive rebound to start the game and led to a 3. And, again, Musa Cisse's defensive presence out there, again, was elite. And it led to us being able to get really good shots from our perimeter guys, John Michael Wright, Bryce Thompson, and Caleb Asbury. So defensively, we got what we needed, but we also got a better offensive output to start the game, which gave us a chance to feel really good about how the rest of the game we played.
So the first game in the tournament is another round of Bedlam. You swept Oklahoma in the regular season, won both games by double digits. Anything significant that's changed with them, and how do you feel about the matchup? It's been good to you this year.
Yeah, it's been a while, over a month since we played them after playing them in basically a 2 weeks span there. And they're certainly playing a lot better. They've won 3 of their last 6 games and some big wins on the road against Iowa State, at home, and a big win in their finale against TCU. And they got some young fresh guys, some freshmen that are playing a significant role for them. Uzan's playing really, really well in the last 5 games. I think he's shooting like 50% from 3. But it really still goes through Grant Sherfield and Tanner Groves. And so we got to make sure we limit their efficiency and offensive output.
So it is a little interesting. Haven't been to Kansas City in 2 years. Last year we sat out. And of course, really the first full-fledged atmosphere since the pandemic in terms of, what it's really like, because, of course, COVID year was bizarre. Of course, it was a great year for your team because you made it to the finals, but it's an interesting deal.
Yeah, we actually talked about this as a staff yesterday. This will be a new experience for many of our guys. Chris Harris hadn't really been a part of the conference tournament. Caleb Boone hasn't really been part of the conference tournament and in a significant playing fashion. And then you think about the guys we started the other night. John Michael Wright, Caleb Asbury haven't been in this league. Bryce Thompson didn't play with us last year. As a freshman, really wasn't part of it with Kansas in the bubble. Tyreek Smith, it's been a couple years since he's been a significant part of it. Musa Cisse. So very, very unique experience for our guys. With fans, with the atmosphere that comes with it. They don't know that the Iowa State fans think that it's still Ames, even though it's very far south. They don't know that they'll feel like Lawrence when Kansas plays. So there'll be some excitement and some feel that'll be a little bit different. But I'm excited about the opportunity to play and to be a part of the event, which is something that these guys didn't have an opportunity to do last year.
One little footnote on the Tech game. Coach Boynton is still undefeated in the last game of the regular season. And there have been some doozies that you've won. You beat Kansas here, your first game. You had a dominating road win over a hot Texas team right before we shut down due to COVID. You beat Tech last year at home. They were rolling. You beat Tech on their home court this year. So it's just kind of an interesting thing. It goes back to what we know, though, that once we roll into the latter part of the season, for the most part in your career, your teams have been good. But that's just an interesting footnote. I tell you what, better not play Oklahoma State last game of the regular season. You're in serious trouble.
Well, we take pride in obviously finishing the year strong and making sure our guys are trying to play as well as we can as we close out the season. And we're getting close. We're still not our best. We still have some guys that we need to get back. We obviously missed Keon Williams this past Saturday. So just to have more bodies available to you when you got to play multiple days and try to navigate your way through a tournament setting be interesting. But I'm looking forward to the opportunity and the challenge that's in front of us.
As are we. The Cowboys in Oklahoma and Kansas City. It's Big 12 Tournament Week, and we are looking forward to it. We'll see you soon.